Sherly Hutami, one of student of Public Speaking Class B in Merdeka Malang University. In today's video, I'd like to tell you about 3 kinds of public speaking, which are informative public speaking, persuasive public speaking, and ceremonial public speaking. And in the last video, I give you an example of informative public speaking. Now let's get started! First one is informative public speaking. Informative public speaking is a speech that gives you informative facts and features, generally talking about people, events, places, processes, and things. The purpose is to make the audience understand the topic. This speech provides credible information such as the facts and claims. Want to give an informative public speaking, it has included the opening, body, and conclusion. Don't forget to use the transition signals too. Like now, let's move on to let's talk about and so on. A great speech depends on the preparation and practice. Alright, that's all about the informative public speaking. Now let's move on to the persuasive public speaking. Persuasive public speaking is one of public speaking categories. The goal is to convincing the audience to accept your point of view. With the evidence and logical reasons, it hopes that the audience believe your arguments. According to Aristotle, there are 3 components of persuasive public speaking, which are ethos, logos, and pathos. Ethos is about your credibility. Like, are you trusty enough for being a speaker? Logos is about logical appeal using evidence, testimony, research, and report. Like, does your argument make sense? And the last is pathos. It's about the emotional appeal to the audience to provide accurate and compelling facts. Simply, ethos is about you, logos is about the message, and pathos is about the audience. If you confuse between informative public speaking and persuasive public speaking, well, there are differences. Informative public speaking tends to tell you something new, and persuasive public speaking convince the audience to agree and believe your argument. I think that's all about the persuasive public speaking. Now let's move on to the ceremonial public speaking. Ceremonial public speaking is speech to praise, pay tribute to, and celebrate individuals or groups on special occasions. The most important thing about this public speaking is to keep focus on a person or thing being commemorated. Like, why we choose the celebrated as the topic? Why should the audience remember the celebrated? And why the next generation should remember the commemorate? To evoke the celebration above all, please keep the ceremonial speech short. There are some kinds of ceremonial public speaking, which are introduction speech, promotion, retirement, and graduation speech, award ceremony speech, eulogy, and tribute speech. Well, that's all about the 3 kinds of public speaking. Last but not least, I give you an example of informative public speaking. Here's the speech. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sherly Hutami from Merdeka Malang University. In today's video, I'd like to tell you about the benefits of taking naps, especially for students like us. My talk is divided into 3 parts. The first one is its benefit on our memory. The second one is about how it has affected our learning process. And the last one is how it helps us to avoid burnout. Without any further ado, let's get started! The first benefit is it's good for our memory. It helps us take in and retain information better. Scientists found that people who nap for 30 to 90 minutes have better word recall, which is a good signal for our memory, than people who didn't take a nap or take a nap but more than 90 minutes. And those who nap for 30 to 90 minutes were also better at figure drawing, and that's good for our cognitive. Research indicates that when memory is first recorded in the brain, which is in hippocampus, it's still weak and forgettable. Especially if the brain is asked to memorize more things. By taking naps, it pushes memories to the brain's more permanent storage and prevents from being overridden. Well, that's all about the benefits on our memory. The next benefit is it affects our learning process. It helps to clear information out of our brain's temporary storage area and get it ready to observe new information. A study from University of California found that those who nap perform better than those who didn't take a nap. There's one quote by Dr. Walker. He said, "Sleep prepares the brain like a dry sponge, ready to soak a new information." Well, that's all about the effect on learning process. The last benefit is it helps us to avoid burnout. Burnout is a signal that you can take in any new information more. A study from Massachusetts found how napping can help our brain to recover from an overload information. The study found those who didn't nap did worse and worse over the course. But students who took a nap for 1 hour returned to their original performance level. Interestingly, its benefit even can last for several hours. That's all about taking naps to avoid burnout. Finally, we come to the conclusion. In conclusion, napping with the right duration can help us to do activities optimally, especially for us students who learning every time from morning to evening. It makes our brain feel tired. With a nap, the brain can rest for a while to return to work harder. So, those who take a nap aren't lazy, but they're preparing ammunition to return to the battleground. So, this is the end of my talk. If you have any question to ask, just leave them in the comment section below. And see you in my next video.